Hola! Have you been struggling with reporting GST returns and working with e-invoicing? Don't worry, we have you covered. Let's take a quick look at what e-invoice is all about. But first, you need to know who needs an invoice. Well, if your aggregate yearly turnover is equal to or exceeds INR 20 crores in a financial year, you need to generate an e-invoice. Generating an e-invoice means uploading ERP software generated invoice onto the invoice registration portal for electronic authentication. Post authentication, each invoice is issued an IRN or invoice reference number and a QR code. Both need to be captured on the invoice. And that's all you need to know about e-invoicing. Okay, now let's take a look at reporting in GST returns. Details in the invoice submitted to Indus Towers should be exactly the same when filling out the GST return details. So make sure you double check. And all tax invoices generated by a landlord must be reported in GSTR1. The tax invoices that you report in GSTR1 appear in Indus Towers GSTR2A/2B. And Indus Tower can avail the input tax credit once the invoice has been processed and shows up in the GSTR2A/2B of Indus Towers, subject to fulfillment of all other conditions. Indus Towers can avail GST credit up until September of the next year.
Coming to the modes accepted for invoice submission, you have two options, digital and physical. The digital is the preferred mode, which is also processed faster. If you are sending digital invoices, ensure 1. Indus site ID and period is mentioned on invoice to avoid delays. 2. You send a digitally signed invoice using digital signature certificate issued by licensed certifying authority. 3. E-invoice generated through IRP is sealed and signed by an authorized signatory. And lastly, the email format. Ensure your subject line includes invoice number, period, and state. The attachment has digitally signed invoice PDF file. All supporting documents are in different single PDF or Excel file format. The email size is less than 10 MB and send it to digital.rentaldesk@industowers.com. For physical invoice, send it to Partner Help Desk Indus Towers in care of Mint Integrated Solutions Private Limited, plot number 288A, first floor Udyog Vihar, phase 4, Gurugram, Haryana 122001. For any help, reach us at partnerhelpdesk@industowers.com or call 1800-102-9340. And that covers GST returns for you. Simple, wasn't it?